I'm so excited. It is finally warm in the summertime, so that means it is time to host outdoor parties. I spent the past 2 days prepping my garden so I can have a garden party for 10 of my friends. And the very first thing we're gonna make is the batch cocktails because you can't have a party without the drinks. The very first cocktail we're gonna make is my cucumber basil smash using the fresh basil that we just picked from the garden. I love making batch cocktails for the summertime because it comes together with a few super simple ingredients and it lasts the entire night. The very first thing we're gonna do is cut up our cucumbers and add them to the pitcher. When slicing the cucumber, it does not have to be perfect because we're gonna smash it anyway. And just throw it right into the pitcher. Next up, we are gonna dice up some limes. Nothing has to be beautiful. And we're just gonna throw it into the pitcher. Then we're gonna add 1 cup of our fresh basil into it. You don't have to chop anything, just throw it right in. So I'm just gonna pick it off and throw it in. This adds such a beautiful pop of flavor into it. I feel like basil just makes everything so summery and delicious. And this is the perfect green summer cocktail to have. It is so refreshing and light, and that is why I'm serving it for 10 of my friends. Now I'm just gonna muddle it. And this just extracts all the flavor into the cocktail. With all these ingredients, it truly is a flavor bomb. After about 30 seconds of muddling, all the flavor is extracted so we can add in all our other ingredients. We're gonna add in a cup of lime juice, followed by simple syrup. There is no reason that you're not making simple syrup yourself. It is just 1-to-1 ratio sugar to water in a pan. So save your money, make it at home. And we're gonna add in 3/4 cups of simple syrup. If you don't wanna use refined sugar in this recipe, you can also make a honey syrup with equal parts honey to water as well, and it is just as good. And I said we're making a cocktail and you're probably like, where's the booze? Don't worry, I got you. We're gonna add in 2 cups of gin. I'm gonna give it a good mix. And now we're just gonna forget about it in the fridge for 2 hours. And right before serving, I'm gonna top it to the very top with sparkling water. Our second summer batch cocktail is gonna be a strawberry rosé sangria. So it is gonna be rosé, vodka, a little bit of elderflower liqueur, fresh strawberries, and lemon. So first, I'm just gonna quarter up my strawberries. I feel like quartered strawberries are the perfect size for the sangria. So once you're done drinking it, you can eat all the alcohol-infused strawberries and it's just delicious. Our strawberries are all quartered up, so we're gonna throw them into our pitcher. And now I'm just gonna chop up a lemon into slices and add it in as well. I like to use slices in this because no one's actually gonna eat the lemons, but it's just more for aesthetic purposes. Just pop it right into the pitcher. All right, and just grab 1 bottle of rosé. Any brand works. I literally just grabbed whichever one was on sale at my local grocery store. It doesn't really matter when it comes to sangria of the quality that you're using. Usually it is a lower quality wine. This one actually is decent, but don't overthink it. Glug, glug, glug. We're gonna add in elderflower liqueur. I love using Saint Germain. That's my go-to brand. I am particular when it comes to that. Not much logic behind it. I just know I like it. We're adding in 1/4 cup of Saint Germain into the pitcher. And we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of vodka as well. We're gonna give it a good mix. Into the fridge we go. The very first thing I'm gonna make and the very first thing my guests are gonna eat is my charcuterie board. And I love prepping this in advance because it can just sit in my fridge. As soon as my guests come over, I just put it out on the table and they graze while I finish everything else. Another hosting hack is get all of your serving dishes out and then label where everything's gonna go so you can really just have a lay of the land and you're not scrambling right before guests come over. I feel like when making a charcuterie board, you never really need a solid plan. I really just knew I wanted 4 cheeses, 4 meats, and then a spread of fruit, especially ones that are in season right now. So a lot of berries, some crackers, and some filler items like nuts. So that is exactly what I did. I got some that I absolutely love and I think that are perfect for the summertime. So I got goat cheese, aged white cheddar, brie, and then I got a fun one. What is this? I saw this at Trader Joe's. I love green goddess. So when I saw a green goddess Gouda, I was like, yeah, That will be perfect. I feel like this flavor will pair so well with our cucumber basil smash cocktail. When arranging a charcuterie board, I always like to start with the heavy hitters first and then just play around there. So we're gonna put the cheese on first, then the meat, and then we're gonna sprinkle on everything else and just kind of scatter and play around with it. Making a charcuterie board is kind of like art. Just keep going until it's perfect. All right, after playing around on my board, the charcuterie is completely finished. Right before serving, I'm gonna drizzle honey on top of the brie and goat cheese, and that is it. So I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge until my guests come over. The next thing we're gonna make is our appetizers. I'm really gonna lean into summer flavors throughout this entire meal. So for an appetizer, I'm gonna make a crostini on a French baguette and then a whipped lemon ricotta and top with a little bit of honey right before serving. This video is not sponsored by Trader Joe's, but Trader Joe's, if you're listening, reach out. I got almost all of my stuff from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, so I got the baguette. It's a really good bang for your buck there. So I'm just gonna slice them into small pieces, spray olive oil on it, and throw it in the oven so it gets nice and crusty. We're just gonna throw the baguette onto a baking dish, and then I'm gonna spray with olive oil. Now we're just gonna toast them on up in the oven at 415 for about 10 minutes. We want it nice and crusty. While that's in the oven, we're gonna work on our whipped honey lemon ricotta. So we're gonna use ricotta. We're gonna use about 2 cups of it. I'm gonna put this in a food processor. You can also use an immersion blender or a regular blender for this as well. We just wanna whip it and get it nice and airy. I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of high quality extra virgin olive oil. About 2 tablespoons of honey, the zest of 1 lemon, and we're going to use the same lemon and use the juice of the entire lemon. Adding lemon juice and lemon zest into this really packs the lemon punch. Salt and pepper to taste. And now we're just going to whip it in our food processor. And it is just creamy and dreamy. I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge and let the crostinis cool down before assembling it. If you add it right on top of a hot crostini, it's gonna melt everywhere. For the main dish that we're having for our dinner party, I am gonna make a spatchcock chicken. This is one of my absolute favorite things to make when I have guests over because it really wows a crowd, but it is so incredibly easy to make. To spatchcock a chicken, you have a whole chicken and you're gonna flip it upside down to find its spine right here. You wanna use really high quality kitchen spears because you're gonna be breaking the bone to separate the spine out of the chicken. So you're gonna find the spine and just cut along the edges. Honestly, this is not really for the faint of heart because it kind of is a little bit icky. My fiance kind of gets wigged out whenever I do this because I'm like butchering a chicken, but hey, it's flavorful and it's delicious and it's an amazing dinner. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, the spine is out. You can definitely save this and reserve it to make homemade chicken broth. I like to do that in the winter time so I can make the coziest homemade soups. But it's the summer, so I'm tossing this. All right, we're gonna flip the chicken back over. This is when we're gonna play chiropractor and break the breastplate so it could be super flat. You hear that crack? Okay, it is all spatchcocked and now I'm throwing it on a wire rack over a pan and I'm gonna pat it dry with a paper towel and then add a lot of salt on it. The salt will dry out the skin so it gets super crispy and delicious. And now we're gonna dry brine it with a little bit of salt. I like to roast my spatchcock chicken over a bed of seasonal vegetables and some type of starch. I've used regular potatoes, mini potatoes, sweet potatoes. They're all equally as delicious. Just choose whatever one you prefer. Today, we're using mini potatoes. I'm just gonna quarter these mini potatoes into bite-sized pieces so you get the perfect bite of potato with the chicken. The potatoes are all cut up. Now I'm just gonna throw them onto a sheet pan. I typically top right with the seasonal vegetables on top, but since I'm using summer veg such as asparagus and squash, they roast a lot faster than Brussels sprouts or broccoli. So we're actually gonna cook it separately. So we're gonna do the potatoes with the chicken, and then halfway through, we're gonna throw in another pan of our zucchini and asparagus. Now we're just gonna rough chop all of our summer produce. All of the veg is prepped, so now we're gonna make our compound butter that I love to smear on top of the chicken before baking. Since it's the summertime, I'm gonna make a lemon basil compound butter. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is finely dice up some fresh basil. To make the compound butter, we're gonna start off with room temperature unsalted butter, fresh chopped basil, a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon of minced garlic, the zest and juice of 1 lemon, a spoonful of honey, and salt and pepper to taste. Now we're just gonna mix this on up and then smear on top of the chicken. Now that the butter is fully combined, we're gonna put the chicken on top of the potatoes, smear the butter on, and throw it in the oven. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty because trust me, smearing this in and making sure it's completely massaged is worth the flavor. We're gonna throw this in the oven at 415 degrees for 55 to 65 minutes or until it comes out to 165 degrees Fahrenheit and the entire chicken. So the breast, the thigh, it all has to be 165. Summertime always reminds me of peach season, so we're gonna make a stone fruit and burrata salad. It's very simple. So we have nectarines, peaches, plums, mini burrata, balsamic, and olive oil. That is it. It is absolutely delicious and just tastes like the summertime. I'm gonna quarter up all the stone fruit and arrange it on the plate and then spread burrata on top. And I'm just gonna take mini burrata and spread it on top. This is the money shot. And now we're just gonna drizzle on some balsamic glaze, extra virgin olive oil, and a sprinkle of salt. And I'm just gonna toss this in the fridge until the guests arrive. But it looks so gorgeous, I'm obsessed. When hosting, I love to make a dessert the day before that can stay in the fridge and get better with time, and that is exactly what the strawberry cake is. So I made it and assembled it yesterday. All we have to do is finish it off, and that is it. So it's a light and fluffy vanilla bean cake with fresh strawberries in the mid layer with a fluffy whipped cream. It is truly so light and fluffy and fresh, perfect treat for the summertime. And now I'm gonna top with fresh whole strawberries. So I'm just gonna cut off the tops and press them on. And now we're gonna give it a light dusting of powdered sugar to finish it on off. All that's left to do is finish off these crostinis. So I'm gonna pipe on the ricotta filling and bada bing, bada boom, we're done. The guests are about to come over, so the only thing we have left to do for our cocktails is add sparkling water on top of each one. Just gonna give it a quick stir and then I'm serving it on up. And I think I'm gonna double fist it. The drinks are all done, and trust me, we're gonna need a drink because we worked so hard on setting up our garden for our garden party, but it is pouring, so we're quickly pivoting to a cozy indoor garden-esque party. All right, I'm gonna go change and get it all ready. The chicken is fresh out of the oven and it looks fantastic. I am so excited to dive on into it. I'm changed, ready to go. The kitchen is a little bit of a mess, but that is the way it is when it's hosting. I cannot wait to enjoy this with all my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. The best way to support me is to make sure you like and subscribe. All right, bye besties. All right, bye.
Let's start it. Thank you guys.